Hello, beautiful people. Hi, Tamika. How are you? Um, welcome. Hi, Grandma White. Welcome to Shell's Closet if you are on YouTube, Midwsthumnbrd TV if you are on Twitch. Hold on, let me go ahead and put my lips together before I get too far up in this thing. What to do, shorty? Hey, Elena. Um, Hi, Kalisa. It's snowing here, y'all. It was really snowing. I was so asleep today. I was asleep. Hi, Auntie Lex. When I told y'all I was sleeping, y'all see this cover I got right here? It's one of those fleece covers. I'm thinking about getting a weighted blanket. I really feel like I'm gonna get some really amazing sleep. Hi, Trish. I slept so today. Like um I haven't slept that good in a week. I'm gonna say that. Um I slept so today and I woke up and I looked out the window and I was like, wait, is that snow? Hold on. Let me clear my eyes and everything. And it was snow. It covered the rooftops and everything. And I was like, it's a no. I'm going back to sleep. And so I went to sleep. And I had the kids here. So we hung out and watched movies and ate and all of us was sleeping. And that's what I've been doing, chilling and sleeping. Um, I am I have homework that's due at 10:59, so I'm going to end this a little early, not too early. I'm going to try to get an hour, but y'all know me once I start talking, honey, we be here. But anyways, yeah, this week is definitely going to be better than last week was, and I'm proclaiming it today cuz last week was rough. My father's memorial is this Friday. Um at 1 p.m. So, um, yeah, I really feel like I've been taking a lot of time for myself, a lot of time for myself, understanding what I like, I don't like, setting boundaries. Listen, I'm telling you, I've been on a roll all year. But this week definitely is going to be better than last week. I'm telling you. Anyways, let me go ahead and get my disclaimers out of the way. I do not tolerate disrespect in any way, shape, form, or fashion towards me or anyone in the room. I have people in the room who have blue wrenches, and they have that because they have earned my respect and my loyalty. And I feel like they will keep me safe out here in these YouTube streets. So, hey, it is what it is. If you come in here, you let your fingers do the walking, you will be removed swiftly. There's no more I could say after that. I am not a mental health professional, although there is one in the room. I am not one. I am just a woman who chooses to share her personal experiences to let you know that you are not alone, that you can overcome any fucking thing that life throws at you, and you have the power within you to be great. There will be curse words. I probably should have said that before I said fucking a lot of times, but anyways, here we go. Hi, Original Ray. There are going to be cuss words. There may be tears. My opinions are my opinions. Your opinions are your opinions, and we are here to have adult conversations. And I say adult because I feel like you don't have to be disrespectful to talk to people and tell them your feelings, and that's why today's conversation is unspoken expectations. I'm sure um we all have been either the person that's dishing out unexpected unspoken expectations or been on the receiving end of them. And I just wanted to talk about it cuz I feel like people don't be talking about shit. That's really why I do YouTube. If you ever wondering, hold on. I told y'all I had a cough from, you know. Today has been acting up real bad. But anyways, I just feel like people don't talk about shit. We don't talk about it whether we experiencing it from a past relationship, our family, like work, whatever. I feel like we don't talk about shit and we just walk through life expecting people to read our minds or know or feel or some kind of I don't know shit. Like we just feel like if I was to come in here and just be like, I expect y'all to not disrespect me, I can have that. That's why I say in the beginning, I don't tolerate disrespect. I make my expectations known. I expect people to come in here and not like the way my hair is, the fact that I'm wrapped up in a blanket. I expect that because that's what people do. You know, we human beings, so we don't like a lot of shit. The crazy thing is, we will talk about the shit that we don't like expeditiously, but things that like if we see it on somebody else, it's easy for us to talk about that shit. But when it comes to us, like if we're in a relationship and the other person, we want the other person to do something, we just automatically think that they should know what, to do. We're gonna talk about all of that because I got some notes. I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I don't just be pulling these topics out the air. I really, 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 really been working on this my entire fucking life. And I'm gonna tell you why I said that, right? 7 oh shit, that was a long time. 7 years ago, right? I had this idea to do an album. I'm not going to tell you the in-depthness of the album, but I have this idea to do an album, and it's definitely called the Converse project. So if you picking up where I'm putting down, you see where I am going. Um you see where I'm going. So 7 years ago, I had this idea for a project. When I tell you the last fucking 7 years of my life has dealt with every song. I already got everything all laid out. Like I got the topics, the context, what the songs is gonna be. And every year since that deposited in my spirit, I really have been dealing with conversations, shit that people should talk about. And not just because I feel like we should talk about them. I just really feel like we don't talk about shit. Like we don't talk about families being fucked up. We don't. We just say that's my family. So like it's a pass for them to treat you like that. It's a no. You shouldn't tolerate disrespect from anyone. Anyone. Your mother, your father, grandmother, auntie, you shouldn't tolerate that at any point in time. The most important thing I learned in these last 7 years, especially these last 2 years, is boundaries. Whew. Uh Boundaries. When I tell you, um, boundaries are so important. I didn't try to show that, y'all. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I done got good. I done got good at this by watching the screen. I done got good. Um, Boundaries are so important. And a lot of the unspoken expectations happen when it comes to boundaries. Shit we are not willing to do. A lot of times we do shit because we don't want the other person to feel sad or feel anything other than happy with us. I learned but I'm not about to cry already, and this is just the beginning. I'm not even a minute into it. Anyways, I learned boundaries this year, and it was like I'm not gonna say it was the easiest shit to set, but um, once I fully understood what it meant to set a boundary, oh, that shit got easy. It got so easy because at the end of the day, let me tell you what I realized. Um I am the most important factor in my life. I am. Like, if this YouTube goes away, I'm pretty sure you can go find somebody else on YouTube that's going to talk to you positively or spread light, love, and positivity. I'm pretty sure you can find that. But right now, I am the most important thing in my life. Like, I, uh, I mean something to my nieces and nephews. I mean something to you guys. Like, I mean something to a lot of people. But if I don't set those boundaries for myself, if I don't be like, okay, I'm only going to go live from 7 to 8, and not even just in time wise, I mean, like, I don't tolerate disrespect. That's number one. Y'all just saw me. I'm that person that just typed something in there. I don't tolerate disrespect in any way. Not just towards me. I don't tolerate disrespect towards you because at the Y'all came here to have a healthy, wonderful conversation, and somebody coming in to do that is just disrespectful. They just disrespectful. And so I comment that at the beginning, or I say that at the beginning to make my expectations known. So, the people in the chat with the blue wrench, y'all feel free to, I mean, I don't even got to say it. That's how I know that this boundary shit really works, because I don't even have to say it and they already be done deleted you. So it's important for you to set boundaries. That's one of the unspoken expectations that people have. It's like we have boundaries, like you're in a relationship. It's like, well, like, ooh, here goes one. Talking to your ex. We just in our mind think you shouldn't want to talk to your ex, right? That's what we be thinking. People shouldn't want to talk to their ex. But other people be like, well, me and my ex is still cool. So we have a friendship. So, and then you say, I don't think you should talk to your ex. And they feel some kind of way because they like, oh, well, we friends, not recognizing. We don't recognize. Let me tell y'all. A situation arose this week in my life. And I realized that we allow people, hi Miss Crazy. I realized that we allow people to do shit on a regular basis. Like if you have a family member that just be real rude all the time, and you know that they be real rude. You know that it's rude, it's disrespectful. You know you don't vibe with that. But when it happens, you just laugh and you be like, oh, that's Auntie so and so. Auntie, we gonna call her Auntie Felicia. Bye, Felicia. That's Auntie Felicia. She do that all the time. She been doing that as long as I know her. That's not right. Like that doesn't make it okay because she been doing it your whole entire life. No, that's a boundary that needs to be set. And a motherfucker like me would tell you, excuse me, that's not right. You don't. My mother said something the other day, and not other day, it was like a couple of weeks ago. She said one of my nieces is gonna be big as a house. Some part of me was like, I should say something. And then I was like, but that's my mother. And then I said, but you know what? It's a no. It's a no for me. How can you tell somebody they're gonna be big as a house? What number one, how does someone get to the size of a house? That's number one. Number two, that is so rude to look at somebody and tell them something like that. Like maybe you didn't know that that's not something you should say, but I'm going to be the person to tell you. You shouldn't say reckless and rude shit. You just shouldn't. And if you do, you definitely have to be aware that it's going to come back to you. Because somebody like me, now it probably be some people in this room that really don't care. It's like, oh, I don't even care because it's a no for me. We gotta stop letting shit just pass because that's what people been doing. If they're rude and disrespectful, we gotta tell them they're rude and disrespectful. A lot of shit, I guarantee you, a lot of shit you can look back at the 11 months of 2021 and be like, a lot of shit happened in your life that you would have never, never allowed. That's why boundaries was so important. Boundaries is so important. I've been great, Mike, since I set boundaries. I set boundaries on how I'm going to deal with people or how often I deal with people. Someone said to me, like, hey, that's your brother. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck if he's going to always be my brother. See, this is the thing I think we don't realize or we don't care. Like, if you and your mother don't have a good, healthy relationship, and I'm not talking about me, I'm just speaking hypothetically in general. If you and your mother do not have a good healthy relationship, guess what? By in naming, like, she will always be your mother. Always. That does not mean that you have to be in a relationship with her. That does not mean that. She will always be your mother. You don't have to subject yourself to that kind of treatment. They will always be your family members. People will like to hit you with that, but that's your mother though, or that's your brother though. At the end of the day, they will always be those things. You don't have to subject yourself to anything. I don't have to subject myself to disrespect, or I don't have to subject myself to people's opinions, but I'm here because, when you come on YouTube, people going to either consider you to be an angel, the devil, they're going to talk about the way you look. I told y'all that's why I keep my lips shiny, because people do be out here screenshotting. If your hair is not, they do be out here screenshotting. So y'all, you make sure you be good. I really don't care, but I know a lot of people care about that. Not me. I don't care. Um, Back to these unspoken expectations. Something always falls every time I go live. Always fall. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Um, I wrote this down because um I've come to understand that expectations are the foundations of relationships. And I don't just mean like boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend. I don't mean just like that. I mean even like business relationships, like YouTube, whatever. I mean, like any relationship we have in our life, there's expectations. Like you apply for a job, you go to a job, you expect for people to treat you with respect. You expect for your ideas to be taken into consideration. You expect those things, right? But if you go into a job and you are busting your ass at this job and somebody takes credit for your work, like some of us would be like nonchalant and just be like, oh, well, they did. No, 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 no. We in the season right now. Let me tell you, if you don't know what season this is, I'm gonna tell you what season this is. This is the season of the shit that flew uh previous to this year ain't gonna fly no more. That's the season we in. A no fly zone. That's what we should call it. It's a no fly zone. That shit ain't gonna happen. We like 29 days, 28 days away from a brand new year. It's a no for me. So when we think about expectations, right? It's about what we feel, and what we hope will happen, right? So in the beginning, I come in here and I say, I don't tolerate disrespect. I give my whole little spiel. And y'all ever notice that people still come in here and be disrespectful? I could say it a 50 and a million times. I'm not going to get mad because you come in here and be disrespectful. I just put that out there so that in the event you come back another time, you won't be disrespectful. Hey, I didn't even say that. Hello, beautiful people. I think I did say that, but hello, beautiful people, if I didn't. Hi, Ace Vibes. Um, Unspoken expectations can lead to resentment. Something that I realized um in this past year about myself was like I did not um when I went through the situation, I didn't blame anybody for what happened to me. Like I'm not the type that blames other people for what happened to me. I actually look inside myself and see like why am I there? Like when this shit all kicked off, I was like, how the fuck did I get here? Like me. I was having a conversation with somebody. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. This is. I was like, I, before I got married or engaged or any of that, like I would have been considered a player. But I don't think here I go. I was not a player. I was just someone that just liked options. If you don't haven't figured out, I like options. I like to have the option to choose. I like that. Not that I was just out here for the streets, because I had never been for the streets. I just like to have people to do different things with. I like to, movies with you, dinner with you, shopping, which is like I like options. I like options. So when I closed the book of options and just stuck with one person, I was like, okay, this could, I can work with this. This could be cool. And then when it all burnt to hell, um, I never thought to be like, you are the reason why this happened. My unspoken expectations, because let me tell you, if you know me, if you know me, if you don't know me, I'm about to tell you. I'm a communicator. I communicate when I'm happy, sad, angry, fearful, um anything, surprised. I communicate about everything. And that I know can be kind of intimidating because people don't be talking. And so I get that. However, um I want to make sure, it has always been my thing to make sure that the other person that I am with, or you guys, or anybody that I'm talking to, know where I am at that present time. That way, you don't have to assume, you don't have to try to guess and wonder. I'm going to tell you. And I just feel that as an adult, you hearing where I'm at, you hearing and understanding what's going on with me, you will be more inclined to ask questions than to just like assume. Hi, Anna. However, um, that don't be the case. That don't be the case a lot of times. People just feel like because I no longer in a situation, I'm just supposed to start dating and then I'm just supposed to put them on my YouTube channel. That's a no. That's an unspoken expectation that a lot of people put on me that it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. When I get ready to date, not saying that I'm not dating, not saying that I am dating, but I'm just saying when I do get ready to do it, I will ease my way into it. I'm gonna ease my way into it. I'm gonna say that. I was about to say something else. No, nope, nope, nope. Um, nope, nope, nope. Not gonna do it. Sorry, y'all. Um, unspoken expectations. That's just like when you create a YouTube channel, right? I never thought like I'm gonna do YouTube to get rich. That was never one of my objectives. That was never like that's not even why I do it right now. I do it because I want you to know. I said this at the beginning. I want you to know that you are not alone. Everybody goes through heartbreaks, divorce, breakups, loss of jobs, loss of loved ones. Like we all have experiences, especially in these last fucking 2 years. Like we all like no one has been excluded from the loss of jobs, getting sick, or none of that. Like none of us have. But I'm here to let you know that you are not alone. A lot of times when you hear people talking, they feel alone. I feel like I'm the only person. You are not fucking alone. We see people in relationships that's you see like relationship goals and all that shit, and in my mind I just be thinking like, do you really know what that person is going through behind the closed doors? Because like if you think about it, right, like y'all watching me right now on YouTube, this last fucking week has been rough, like rough. I said last night, if you joined me, thank you for those of you who did join me last night for Saturday Night Vibes. Um, it is important if you and your family do not speak about death, that is something that you need to discuss, something you need to have a conversation about. And I'm actually thinking I'm just going to come this week and just have a conversation just about that. Not just to be like, oh, doom and gloom, but to say we really need to start thinking about shit like that, because there is no reason why we should be out here GoFunding me chicken dinners, fish ribs, all of those dinners. I get it. I get it. People don't have money. I get that. And I get when people say you don't have money, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna point some things out, and it's gonna make a lot of sense, right? You ever notice that January, everybody like tax time? I'm just say tax time. It seems like every fucking year people buy a car, furniture set, new TVs, and it's something else I'm missing. But those car, furniture, new TVs is something people get every fucking year. I'm not telling you not to buy them. I'm just saying, how about in this tax time come, how about you plan for your funeral? I know you don't want to think about it. I know you don't want to think about leaving this earth. I didn't want to think about leaving this earth either. However, with my father passing away and him not having insurance, that definitely kicked me in my ass and was like, I don't want to go fund me. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't want to go fund me. I don't want people to be slinging chicken dinners to try to bury me. No. So when I went to take care of my father's funeral arrangements, I went ahead and began preparations, or I already started the process for mine. So in the event something happened to me, my family don't have to be out here trying to struggle to get shit together. It's already together. I know that's an unspoken expectation. You think like at the end of it, your family just gonna take care of you. Don't leave that to chance. Handle that your damn self. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Handle that your damn self. If you haven't looked at the last 2 years with this whole fucking situation, global fucking pandemic, and realize that you need to take care of yourself, you need to do what is best for your families. I'm taking this moment right now to tell you to do that. There is another variant. We don't know. We don't know shit, but I'm going to tell you this. Make sure that you and your family are okay. My unspoken expectation was I was thinking like, I'm family, other people are family, like I have brothers. Like I was thinking like, I would never, it's some shit I would never say or do to anybody, period. I don't care how up here, I don't even get up here, but if I'm up there, I was doing some research because I this is a topic that really was like, um, it was really on me because I was like, we have so many shits that we put on people, but we never even speak to them about what we think, right? And I was thinking like when I went to fulfill, my father's memorial or whatever, like had I not stepped up to take the whole, to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, it would have fell up on me anyways, being the oldest child. So some things like we definitely need to start talking about, because especially like I told my mother, I was like, um, I'm not happy. Yeah, I'm not happy that I had to go through this process, but I am grateful for the opportunity, because there is a lot of shit that we don't think about on a daily basis, that when it comes to the final arrangements, it we just don't think about it. I literally was not thinking about it until, so I said, in the event if God decide he wants to take my mother, it won't be left up to chance. You know what I hope y'all picking up what I'm saying. It's not left up to chance. Like she has a will, she has life insurance, she has how she wants to be, her final wishes to be carried out. I don't know why I just went there, but maybe hey, plan, talk to your family, let them know. That would be an unspoken expectation where you just thinking like your family, like parents just think like, okay, my kid's gonna take care of me for the rest of my life, and then they be shocked when they go to nursing homes. That was an unspoken expectation. If you didn't say, I don't want to go to a nursing home, these these kids nowadays, not even the kids, like the adults, I ain't even gonna put no group on it, but in my mind I put a group on it. But those adults, oh, you definitely going to a nursing home. You going to a nursing home, an adult daycare, or you definitely going. You probably thinking, no, my kids ain't gonna do that. You are definitely going. You definitely gonna be there. That's why it's important to make your feelings. That's why I say it's important for you to use your words, right? If you never tell a person how you feel or what you're thinking, they will never know. If you get in a relationship and you don't express, like I realized, let me tell you just something when I realized from my previous relationship. I realized that her family had a lot of different traditions that I did not subscribe to, a lot of them. And I was, I'm a verbalizer. So I verbalized that a lot of shit that they did, I don't subscribe to. And I'm the type where I need to understand why a person does the things they do. And if you do have, if your reasoning isn't anything other, like perfect example, right? If every Christmas you go to the same person's house and you never ask yourself, why do you go to that person's house? Like, why do you go to the same person's house for Thanksgiving? Why did you go over to the people's house? Is it because you go there every Thanksgiving, or is it because you're required to go? Is it because like I be thinking about stuff like that, and I want to know like why do you do it? And if you can't give me anything other than because I do this every year, I need more than that. I'm not sorry. I was gonna say I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I need more than just because I do it every year. I feel like we are all on autopilot, or not all of us. Some of us are on autopilot where we just get so used to doing things. Like it's holiday season, right? Like Christmas is gonna come up. You gonna go out and buy, if you have kids, you're gonna go out and buy your kids game systems and bikes and toys and all kinds of stuff. And then you're going to get upset because they're not going to play with the bikes and toys, or they're going to get broken, or they're just going to just sit there. And then you're going to get upset because why? Your unspoken expectations. You expected them to be happy for what you got them. And a lot of times, especially kids nowadays, they just want to spend time with you. They want to spend time with you. You don't want to spend all, or you ever cook a big dinner, right? And you thinking, oh, everybody gonna come over because everybody always be coming over to get some food, right? And nobody shows up. Now you sitting there angry, calling, texting people like, where the fuck you at? Why you ain't come over? That's because sometimes, that's why I feel like it's important to communicate with people. Not just because you cooking, but it's important to communicate with people. Like we probably haven't talked to somebody since Thanksgiving. We don't know. Like this is a time of seasonal depression, right? Again, I'm not a mental health professional, but there is one in this room. I don't know if you all pay attention to like these times, like when there's family gatherings or family things like that, and people don't have, so they feel like they have to stay at home. Listen, I'm the type of person, I said, um, when Christmas time come around, I don't have to worry about where I'm gonna eat at because guess what? I can go to Dollar Tree, get me a bunch of Tupperware, and people gonna be calling me like, "Hey, is you gonna come by and eat? Hey, is you gonna come by?" I have food for a long time. Most people, we have this thing called pride. I left that shit. I left that shit ago a long time ago. I left that like 6 years ago when I was homeless. I let that pride shit. I let that pride shit go 6 years ago. I let it go. I don't even care. I will ask you if I have a need, I'm going to ask you. If I have a want, I'm going to ask you. If I can't do it on my own, then I'm gonna ask you. And I'm just gonna ask you just to be asking you. I'm going to. I know what it's like to be without. So I definitely, and I feel like verbalize everything because when I was growing up, I didn't speak on a lot of shit, and a lot of shit happened. And people was doing a lot of shit, and I just was like, well, if nobody's going to listen to me, why the fuck am I talking? Why the fuck am I? What am I speaking about? I why why do you even care if I'm why do you even care if there are words coming out of my mouth? Now, as a 40-year-old grown ass woman, it's a no for me. You gonna hear my voice every time. I'm guarantee you, listen, you watching this right now, and you probably are going to leave this live. And as you are sleeping or as you are going about your day and somebody gonna cross a boundary that you set, you gonna think in your mind like, oh no, the fuck they didn't. Oh, I need to let them know that they crossed my boundary. You see what I'm saying? It's unspoken expectations. We can't leave that shit to chance. We gotta say what the fuck we mean. See, that's what I'm saying. Auntie already handling people handling shit. I don't gotta say nothing or do nothing. This is the most amazing thing. I boundaries, self love, and using my fucking words are three things that I've learned um in these last 2 years. When I first got married, I was real life, like I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, we in a, marriage is gonna be cool. And I was like, well, this is what I expect from the marriage. This is how I expect. Like, and I didn't think I had any unreasonable things. Like, whenever shit arise, communicate. That was my first. Y'all should have knew that was gonna be my first one. Let's communicate. If shit gets to be like, too tough for you, communicate. And if I'm doing something or saying something you don't like, let me know. Those is my things. I didn't have too many expectations. I think those was like my main ones. Cleaning, I didn't give a fuck who did that because I would do that. Money management, I would definitely make sure y'all already know my rent, we energies, and lights is gonna be or lights is we energies, and Wi-Fi is gonna be paid. Other than that, I don't really have shit like that. So when all of this shit kicked off and I got ghosted, I think the whole moral of everything that fucking happened to me in this last year, it was the ghosting part for me. I didn't give a fuck about what happened or I didn't care about that. It was the ghosting. Like, I didn't mean shit. It was that part. And that's the part that made me a little angry. And um I just realized this today in the midst of me sleeping and relaxing. Um my unspoken expectation my unspoken expectation was that we were two adults, and when the shit ended, it should have just ended. It shouldn't have been a saga all over social media. It shouldn't have been me against you and your whole family. It shouldn't have been any of that. It should have been, okay, we two fucking adults. It didn't work. Move on. That was my unspoken expectation, because in my mind, that's what I thought. That's how I thought it was gonna be. Cause I'm like head over heels, like blinded. Like, I'm just over here like, yeah, she would never do no shit like that to me, because so when the shit popped off, it was just like, oh, this what it is. And then I just had to quick pop off real. So when I was chilling today, I realized like I actually haven't been on Facebook. This is actually broadcasting on my Facebook um page, but I realized that I haven't been on Facebook since I popped off um back in February. Like, that left me feeling some kind of way, so I didn't wasn't on YouTube or Facebook like that much after that. And it just left a really bad taste in my mouth, and I was trying to figure out why it left a really bad taste in my mouth. It was the unspoken expectation, because I thought, like, it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. Regardless of what anyone says, it shouldn't have happened. Not even just because it was me. It's just like, you an adult. You make the decision to leave, just leave. Don't try to shit on somebody. Don't try to do any of that. Like, I'm not for disrespect. I would never disrespect you. You watching this, I would never disrespect you. I would never even disrespect her, regardless of the shit that happened. It was the unspoken expectation of her just being an adult about the situation that kind of like caused me to be a tinge. I was just a tinge like, I know the fuck she didn't. And that's exactly what I said. I know the fuck she did. And now sitting right here thinking about it, it was like, I tried, y'all. I tried to be silent. I tried just to let it go. And it just irked me. Like, how the fuck you think that I ain't did shit to you? Nothing. And then in my mind, it was just like, after I popped off, I felt a whole lot better. I did. I'm not even going to jack. I did. And it was mainly because I had to make it, like, I had to, like, say that. Like, I'm saying to you right now, if you are in a relationship with somebody and you are not happy, right? A lot of times we like to put our unhappiness on the other person, when in actuality, happiness starts right here. This is where happiness starts. You probably be like, "Oh, he don't make me happy, she don't make me happy. They don't do the things that I want them to do." Have you ever pressed pause 1 minute and it was like, did I tell them? Did I mention to them? Did when we got into a relationship, wait, hold on. This is the thing, right? How did you get into a relationship? If you ever thought about it, like most relationships, like people I was about to say back in my days. Back in my days, people would like go on a date, like you would date for a little while, and then it'd be like, hey, we're gonna take this to the next level. We're gonna be boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 whatever your jam is. It becomes that. Now it's just like people be fuck buddies or people be in adult situationships, and then they be like, damn, you got that good. So I don't want nobody else to be with you. So now we dating. How did you become in a relationship? Or people got married because they grew up in church and they talk about is marriage, 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 but they don't even tell you the dynamics of the marriage. Like, how did you get into the relationship? How did you get to where you are um in that span of things, right? Like for me, it's like I like to talk. So I'm gonna talk to you. Like you want to date me, I want to know I want to know what your last relationship was like. And people be like, you probably shouldn't want to know that. Oh no, you should want to know that because if their last relationship was like, you ever date somebody and they was like, my baby mama crazy, and then you realize that the baby mama ain't crazy, they just keep sneaking back and forth, or it be a lot of shit that be going on. So for me, I just like to talk. I like to ask questions, and then the questions that I ask is going to lead me to whether this is just going to be strictly dating or this will be something more. Because right now I'm very after that shit happened, I'm very, 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 very. My time now is just too precious to be giving to just anybody, and I don't regret that. Yeah, I I was thinking about like the next person I get in a relationship with because I'm not one of those people like, oh shit, you broke my heart. I'm never gonna fall in love again. I'm never. Now, I will say. mm, I, at this present time, do not believe that I will ever get married again. I will say that. I'm not saying I'm not. I just said I do not believe that I will never get married again. Ever. Let me put ever get married again there. Um, because we all come from different backgrounds, right? Um, this is on my list I got a whole sheet of paper of stuff that I was writing down, but this is on my list, right? We all come from different backgrounds, and sometimes our backgrounds and beliefs aren't that of the other person that we are with. I told you I realized like I come from a family that communicate about every fucking thing. We communicate about every fucking thing. If somebody don't like you, you gonna know that they don't like you because they're gonna look you in your fucking face and say, I don't like you. I don't like you the way you talk. I don't that's what they're gonna do. And I know you that might make you feel some kind of way, but I'm the type of person I will respect you more if you looked me in my face and said that shit and then hearing it from 15 different people and then I ask you, you'd be like, I didn't say that. No, tell me right to my face. So when I began to understand the dynamics of their family and how shit went, it was like, oh, yeah, I got a pretty uphill battle. So if you are in a relationship with someone, I want you to take this week. There's 29, 28 fucking days left in this year. I want you to take this week and I want you to have a conversation with them. Let them know your expectations. Let them know what you want, what you don't want, what you need. What you need. We quick to express our wants, but we need to let the people know what we need. I um I suggest to people to take the love languages quiz. I'm not a love expert, but I figure if you know like you like quality time or acts of service or touch, or if you are that's something you will be able to communicate that with your partner. If you like public displays of affection, you'll be able to tell your partner that. So when y'all out and about and they grab you up, you'll be like, what the fuck is you doing? You will know that, a lot of people, let me just say that a lot of people be doing that because they got insecurities and they want people to know that you belong to them, but we actually don't really belong to anybody. But anyways, it's important. It's important for you to address your expectations in a um calm setting. Like most people, you ever been in an argument with somebody and they tell you their entire true feelings? That happened to me this past week. Um, Someone told me everything they wanted to tell me that their entire life. I'm just gonna say their entire life they wanted to tell me that, but they waited till they got to the point where it was just like high, like their anger and their emotions was really high. And so when they delivered it to me, I was just like, I was taken aback. But then it was just like, why couldn't you just say that shit when I was at your house eating barbecue with you the other day? And we was laughing and kikiing. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, damn, while we was sitting there eating barbecue, you held this shit in. You didn't I asked you, was you okay? You was like, oh yeah, I'm good. But but now you spewing shit like when I tell y'all they came with some hot ones and I was just sitting there looking like, damn. If you have something in your heart or your mind towards anyone, right? Don't wait till you get angry to say the shit that you should have said when you was like calm. Like right now you calm and you probably just sitting there eating popcorn, watching me or drinking or laying up with your boo, whatever you doing, right? Don't wait till that shit get like you get real angry or you super frustrated and you say some shit because guess what? You cannot take that shit back. And while you definitely probably didn't mean it like that, it's definitely gonna get felt. It will definitely be felt that way that you didn't mean it. Like what was said to me won't be another opportunity for that to be said again because I am choosing to remove myself from the situation. I've got so good. When I tell you I got so good at setting boundaries and like establishing like real life, oh no, it's a no for me. You think it's a no for me. And now I done got to the point where I'm not gonna repeat myself more than once. Cause you know people be hearing you. They hear exactly what the fuck y'all hearing exactly what the fuck is coming out of my mouth. I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't care if it's my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, or my father's deceased. God bless the dead. I don't care who you are. I don't tolerate disrespect at all. And if you feel like you need to be disrespectful towards me, I will remove myself from the situation. That way, you don't have to be disrespectful, and I don't have to be the butt of your jokes or anything like that. It's a no for me. It's a no. Now with 28, 29 days left in this year, you think I'm going to sit around and wait for people to keep being a butt? Oh, that's just how they are. No, 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 no. Um, I wanted to say this, right? Because we have I realize that I am totally different from a lot of people, right? Cuz if my mother said some disrespectful shit to me, I would stop talking to her. If whoever I'm dating say some disrespectful shit, I would stop talking to them. I don't be like, "Oh, well that's my mother." I don't put this is my mother, so she could get away with saying disrespectful shit. No, that's a no. So right here at this moment, I'm gonna say your family probably say and do some disrespectful shit to you. And again, they will always be your family. I'm gonna say that they will always be. You don't have to be with your mother every Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays. You don't have to do that. Like we choose to do that because it was programmed like that's our family. You supposed to family, family, family. That's what we hear all the time. But I'm gonna tell you this, right? If your mother, if your father, brother, sister, family, anybody is treating you like shit, you do not have to tolerate that. You don't. If you can't see the last 2 fucking years, we done been highs and lows and had to overcome a whole bunch of shit. If you feel like you have to keep accepting that shit, you don't. You don't. If you and your mother relationship, I'm the first to tell people, me and my mother don't have a mother-daughter relationship. I respect her as a human being and her being my mother. I respect her in that capacity, but at the same time, I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't tolerate disrespect from anyone. Anyone. There's no high or low with me. Everybody is on the same level playing field. If my brother is disrespectful to me, I don't tolerate that. A person off the street can be you could be disrespect. I don't tolerate disrespect mainly because this is why. If you know me, I'm not disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful. I don't try to be rude. I don't try to be disrespectful. I try to be light, love, and positivity, like real life, light, love, and positivity. If I can help you, I'm going to help you. I'm not with the talking behind your back. I'm not with none of that. I'm gonna tell you how I fucking feel, and I will respect your feelings after you hear what I'm saying. Other than that, and we could come to a common ground. Other than that, I'm not a disrespectful person. I'm not. So if you feel like you need to be disrespectful to me, I I don't even know what else to tell you. So that's why my unspoken expectation, I realized that. That's partly why I wanted to talk about this, because that was an unspoken expectation. I just thought, like, we're two adults. If you are an adult right now and you're watching this and you like, oh, I don't know if I want to be with this motherfucker for 2022, or I don't know if I want to be at this fucking job for 2022, or these are my last 29, 28 days dealing with this bullshit. I want you to do this favor. Do not just for me, for the other person. Just life. Just do this, right? Life has been real shitty for the last 2 years, right? At least look at the other person, or at least look at their job, or at least, excuse me, have the wherewithal to say, I don't want to do this, or this isn't working for me, or whatever you want to put right there, right? Hi, Famika. Hi, Helen. Sorry, y'all. Hi, Key. At least have the decency to communicate what is going on. Now, it is not your responsibility, because I know we as adults, we always want to throw that shit in there. It's not my responsibility. Responsibility. I take accountability and responsibilities for a lot of shit, right? If I don't like something, I I don't tolerate disrespect. So when I come here, the first thing I've started, y'all notice I used to be like in the middle of what I used to say. Now it's at the beginning. I don't tolerate disrespect. I am able to communicate that with you. Like, you should be able to communicate. Like, you ever been in a situation, right? Like, this is why I think. This is why I know I can't be a sneaky link or anything like that. Mainly because, but this is how I know, right? You can't expect me to just chill with you. You can't call me, number one, you can't call me a sneaky link, right? And then just expect that I'm just going to reserve all of my time for you. You can't do that, because sneaky link, as I understand it, is just, whenever adult situation, we need adult time, we kick it with adult time. I don't need that in my life right now. I'm 41. I'm not, that's why I'm not dating, because I have so much shit going on right now. And I'm just thinking, um, I need more time for me. I need more time. Like, I went to a networking event a couple of days ago, and I did this when I walked in the door. I was like, and then, you know why I did that? Because it was pretty dope to be in the room of with entrepreneurs, and I have to worry about, oh, you gonna talk to somebody, or who gonna be there, or why. I don't have to worry about none of that. When I tell you all this single shit is, if you single, right? This single shit after being in a relationship for some time is amazing. I like when I log off of here, right? I'm gonna go make me a lavender and chamomile bath, and I'm gonna read me a book, and then I'm gonna wait. No, I'm supposed to go get something to eat, so I'm gonna do. Y'all know what I'm gonna go and do that by myself. I don't have to worry about, no, why you was on live that long. Like, I don't, when you don't have to hear that. Like, you don't have to hear that, and it's not the nagging part of it. It's not that. It's just like, I don't have to hear someone asking me why I'm doing something. Like, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's just that, it's the part where it comes where, like, they are uncomfortable with you when you got the goods, and people are uncomfortable with you being out there, and somebody else noticed that you got the goods, and then they just be like my situation, right? My previous situation. Like, I'm a communicator. So when I would talk to other people, to be like, oh, well, you're going to talk to somebody and they're going to sweep you off your feet. Communication is something I've come to excel at. So you definitely ain't gonna get me by communication, sweetie. If you thinking about that, it's a no. It's it's a no. You can't communicate to me and I'm be like, ooh, we you. It's a no. It's it's a no. It takes a lot more than that. And now I'm just thinking about it. Like I was talking to someone and it was like, you need to get out and date. Now y'all know I've been opposed to dating. You know, like I was, especially when I was just out of it. After having a conversation with someone, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take these next 29 days for me and maybe the end of January. Maybe the end of January, I will start dating again. And I'm not dating to find my next love or anything like that. I'm just dating to get out of the house and see, that's what I feel like this last year did or is doing for me, Trish. I feel like it has rekindled the spark that I once had when it came to music and creating. It has definitely let me know how valuable I am to any situation. It has definitely helped me. Yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed this, right? But I'm gonna tell you if you haven't noticed. Anytime I start talking about me and like shit concerning me, my heart just fucking leaps. Like to go from thinking that you really love yourself, because if you ever take a moment, right? If you ever take a moment and really just sit like right now today, what did you do for yourself? What did you do for yourself? Did somebody call you and be like, "Hey, I need this," and you ran and did that? Like, what did you do for yourself? Like, I already told y'all what I'm about to do for myself. I spend time with my nieces and nephews. They help me be. My nieces and nephews help me to be the greatest person I can be. So I don't imagine. I mean, I don't understand how parents have kids and they don't want to be the greatest version that they can be. I don't know. I'm not saying that you don't. I'm just saying like Bobo. I'm just gonna use Bobo. Like if y'all could see what happens when Bobo sees me, like she does this little thing where she put her hands up and she literally runs to me. Now she's not my daughter, she's my niece. I don't have any kids. Every time, I don't even want to put her down because it's just like, oh my God, this is the sweetest thing ever. And I kid you not, every time she sees me, she does that. And then her brothers and sisters get jealous, right? It'd be so cute. So that's how today we were all sitting in the rocking chair, sleep. We were supposed to be watching Trolls, but we was all asleep, like all asleep. Um, but we were all sitting in a chair, and I woke up and I was like, "How are all of y'all sitting on me?" But they was one was laid across the bottom, one was laid across up here, and Bobo is spending time with people that you love, especially given these last 2 fucking years, should be the best experience, right? If you going to family functions and you looking at your uncle over in the corner like, why the fuck are you here? And I know everybody in our fucking family know that you've been touching people, but you still at this fucking family engagement. I'm not gonna say that's the time for you to, get riled up or anything like that. But I definitely think that families should stop doing that shit. I definitely think families should stop. Just because Uncle Pete can throw down on a barbecue grill and you know Uncle Pete been touching people, you shouldn't have Uncle Pete at the family gatherings. Uncle Pete, Auntie Shirley, whoever you want to call, grandma, grandpa, if you are in a family, right? This is an unspoken expectation. Like we grow up in a fucking family and shit be happening in our families and we expect people when they become adults not to talk about the shit that happened in the family. Maybe number one, because it makes you uncomfortable. It makes you uncomfortable. It makes you feel like I didn't do shit to protect you. Listen, you probably didn't do shit to protect. I'm 40. I'm 41. So you probably didn't do shit to protect the people that's 41 and above, but you damn sure could do something about the people that's 40 and under. You damn sure could do something about that. If you ever wonder why people be so quick to talk about generational curses, but nobody ever paid attention to how the shit became a generational curse in the first place. Like, in my mind, the way I understand it, maybe you understand it totally different. If in order for it to become a generational curse, that means that it had to happen previously before it got to you. So in my mind, I'd be thinking like, wait a minute, like shit just be being passed down and nobody say shit. Is it because they are afraid of the person that's doing it? Because I don't give a fuck about none of that. If you are like me, are a person who experienced being molested at a young age and struggled through your fucking life, because I fucking struggled. The thoughts of like from the time it happened all the way up until being 41 fucking years old, I will be damned. I told my brothers, I tell my nieces and nephews. I don't tell my nieces and nephews in this matter, but I definitely tell my brothers, I will be fucking damned if I turn around and knowing the shit and how I struggle and allow anyone else around me, associated with me, anybody that I know, to walk through them same streets. It's a no for me. I came here. I told y'all about my life, my story. I told y'all about my shit, so you'll know that you are not alone. And the shit that them fucked up people did to you, it was them. They fucked up. You don't have to carry that shit around with you. That's something that they did to you to try to break you, but it's not gonna break you. It's not gonna break you. You don't have to. It's not gonna break you. So much shit be happening in our fucking families, and then we are told that we should still be, that's your brother, that's your uncle, that's your sister, that's your cousin. Who gives a fuck? As long as we are alive, they will always be that to us, but we don't have to have fucking relationships with them. You don't have to. If you ever paid attention, right? This is the thing that I be tripping out. I'm sorry, Christy P. That's what I'm saying. This is what I realized about myself, right? I went through so much shit, and for a long time, I used to think like I was the only person going through that shit. When I told people the pastor of the fucking church was the one that was molesting me, do you know not one person said, here's what we're going to do, here's how you should handle this? Not one fucking person said none of that shit. Let me tell you what the fuck they said. They said, touch not thy anointing and do thy prophet no harm. You don't talk about that person because they are pastor. You don't, it was all of these different fucking things. And I'm just sitting here like, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. When do so now I'm just supposed to wait for God to get this person who he hired, or maybe he didn't hire. I don't know, y'all. It's a lot of shit that just be in my mind. It just be like, at the end of the day, you don't have to tolerate that shit. If your mama was abusing you, if your daddy was abusing you mentally, physically, emotional, you don't have to tolerate that shit. You don't. A lot of people put up with that shit because their parents are paying for them, their parents are providing for them. Like, you don't have to tolerate that. You only tolerating it because they paying your car note, or they are letting you stay in their house. You don't. We have become so accustomed. That's why I say it's autopilot. We have become so accustomed to people being disrespectful and doing shitty shit to us that we just accept shit and disrespect. The next 29, 28 days, it should be a no-fly zone. As you are going into 2022, you should be saying, I'm not tolerating this. I will tolerate this. I won't have this. I will have, you should figure that shit out, because at the end of the day, if you crossing over into 2022 with that same shit, your life ain't gonna change. The only way you can change your life is if you change it. You can do it. You can do it. I know it's going to be hard for you to not be able to go to breakfast with your mother, or go and hang out with your siblings or go by your grandmother's house. Like I think some of us just do that shit. Like we experience so much trauma from our families. And I'm not saying like my family is dope. But people do experience trauma in their families. But we don't talk about that because why? That's our fucking family. I have I have a family. I have a family that I was born into. I have a family that I created. I have y'all as my YouTube family. Like I'm just not the type of person that's going to know that somebody is going through something and not try to do something to help them. I just can't. I'm Chrissy P, Keita. I'm here if you ever need someone to talk to, you're trying to figure it out, I'm here. My information is on the screen. You can hit me on any one of my DMs. If you know anybody in this room, I respond. I don't just see you and be like, "Oh, no, I respond and I have I told you I like to talk. I have conversations. I'm not here to be all up in your business, but I am here to let you know again that you are not fucking alone. We are in the holiday fucking season and people are out here, they can't afford to do Christmas. They can't afford to have big dinners or shit like that. I'm here. Like, I'm here. I'm here. If we all start caring about each other, we stop fucking giving a fuck about Uncle Pete and care more about the people, we can stop these fucking generational curses. How further down do the fucking generational curse has to go? Like how farther down does it have to go? Me, it's a no. It's a no for me. I'd It's a no for me. Helen, that's exactly what the fuck I'm saying. And then family will make you feel like a piece of shit if you told on Uncle Pete or you told on Auntie Shirley. Because what we don't talk about is the women be doing this shit too. We don't talk about that either. But women definitely be doing the shit too. So all of them need help. Help. I would say something else, but I'm just going to say that they need help. Help. And especially those people who feel like, oh, it happened so long ago, so you shouldn't be talking about it. You didn't talk about it then, and all of that other shit, or you wanted it to happen, or why didn't you move? Get over it. All that fucking shit. Do y'all not understand? It be that shit for me. Like, get over it. It happened a long time ago. Like, if you think about it, right? If you think about, you got an Uncle Pete, Auntie Shirley, right? If you think like you the age that you are, right? You the age that you are, so you got to think like your Uncle Pete and your Auntie Shirley definitely done touched somebody else in you, because it didn't just, they didn't just wake up and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you." So you know they gotta have done it to other people in the family. But this is why I be saying families are so fucking toxic. But we be giving them passes because that's our family. I don't give a fuck who you are. It shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening. And Trish is the medical professional in the room, and she says trauma does not have an expiration date. I I last year around this time, it was actually October 2020. I came back and I said, if I'm going to fucking do YouTube, I am going to be so fucking transparent. I'm going to share every fucking thing with y'all, and I'm going to let you know you are not fucking alone. I literally every day I be seeing shit. You know, you scroll on, I don't be on Facebook like that anymore, but you scroll on like Instagram and you see shit like women going to unlock their doors and men running up behind them trying to break in their houses, or school shootings, or kids killing themselves, and you wondering like what the fuck is going on in our world right now? Like what the fuck is going on? Um for me, This is just my thoughts. Again, this is just how I process. I personally feel like every fucking thing that we experience, like it happens in our family, like where we start, where we born into, like our home life, that determines how we uh connect with other people outside of our when we go outside those doors, that's how we, or no, we don't even have to go outside the doors, virtually when we come live, that's how we, like you ever, when you look at the people, let me tell you something that I just find really disturbing, right? Children not feeling loved disturbs the fuck out of me. That disturbs the fuck out of me because I be thinking in my mind, like, how the fuck do I had this own feeling with my parents, but I told y'all, like, I went and I discovered all of that. I went and discovered all of that. But to know, like, people are really out here struggling and not having anyone that they can fucking talk to and tell or try to change. Like, when I read, I don't even know if it was real. I do believe it was real because it was like it was huge. But when I read the young lady's end of life note, and she said her uncle gave her a longing. This is why the fuck we should be talking about this shit. Her uncle touched her. Her uncle saw her being vulnerable, and her parents, was working. Like, I get it. Parents got to work, but her uncle saw that, and he filled her with something that she couldn't find anywhere. A longing is what she said. And she couldn't find it anywhere. Is that for me? It's like, is that for me? Like, being molested at a young age, you're just supposed to, number one, you're not gonna get fucking therapy. You're not. You're gonna go to church and you're gonna put it on the altar and let God handle it, and you still gonna struggle. And I'm not saying that Jesus don't help. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking from my personal experience. You're still gonna struggle with that shit every day. Cause nobody fucking talk to you about the shit. Nobody talks to you and tell you if you're right now, like, if you are in a situation and it is toxic and it is the person you are with is being abusive, you do not deserve that. You don't deserve that. You're probably thinking, well, my family, they treated me like, I say that our families, because I've never seen so many young kids ending their life. I've never seen it. And that disturbs the fuck out of me because it just be like, how is it that much on you? Not saying like I don't understand how, like it's just like how, like when did we become so consumed with entertaining other people, or we stop paying attention to the people that we love. We stop paying attention to our fucking kids. I don't even have kids, but I'll tell you this, right? Y'all see when my nieces and nephews be here, they can be all up in here swinging on the chairs and everything. And they're going to talk to me, and I would have that any day. I don't yell at them. I was going to get Cam today. I was going to get him. Ooh, I was going to get him. I was gonna get him. But Kira reminded me, she said, Titi, you said you don't whoop kids. And I said, you don't have to tell me what I said. I know I said I was gonna whoop him. I'm not gonna whoop him. I just wanted him to come here. I never threatened kids with whooping. I don't do that. I don't do that because if you think about it, right, why are you whooping them? I know you're probably gonna be like, but these kids, but if you think about it, right, what is a whooping? Why are you whooping them? Like, I I have such a different relationship with my nieces and nephews because I've never whooped them. I've never like I don't even like to raise my voice at them. Like I talk to them in this voice that I'm talking to y'all in. This is the voice that I talk to them. I get Cam every time because he can be running and I'd be like, Cameron, come here. And then he'd just stand there and look at me and then I'd be like, oh, come here, Cameron, what's the matter? And he gonna put his head down and he gonna do this little fake cry thing all the time. It gets him all the time. But what I realize is they understand. They understand. Kids, teenagers, everybody understands. Some people of color, tend to respond more to yells and anger, and I don't want to subscribe to that. I don't want to subscribe to that. I remember I was getting I've never been the type that look at me, y'all. I don't even when I was growing up, I wasn't trying to do shit to get a whooping. I don't subscribe to abuse. Is abuse to me. I don't subscribe to that at all. You can look at me and tell me what you want me to know. That's what I used to say. This is how I knew I was going to be a problem. When I was younger, you didn't have to like you wasn't going to whoop me because my brothers did something. I didn't do anything. You don't have to whoop me to like group me into that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Talk to me and tell me why I'm getting a whooping. Don't whoop me because it's what somebody else did. Don't do that to me. So when I was growing up and stuff would happen and my brothers, that was wild. Like that was real wild. Always getting whooping. And so one day somebody thought they was gonna whoop me because of something my brothers did. It's a no, it's not gonna happen. And they got real upset because I was able to communicate. You're not about to whoop me because you felt or or you have those family members who like really jealous of you or they really feel some kind of way because like you are succeeding or you're being something and they try to do everything in their fucking power to bring you down. Like I'm telling you, like this is where I was saying with all that, right? Everything we fucking learn in our lives happen in our household. Every fucking thing. Love, respect, tolerance, appreciation, every fucking thing you could imagine we should learn in our households, right? So this is why when young kids don't feel loved or they don't feel like they want to be here anymore because no one pays them attention or any fucking thing like that. This is why it bothers me because it's like what's happening in your household? Like, how are y'all all in the same space and nobody talk to each other? Like, I be talking. This last week, my mother came and stayed. My brothers came and stayed. My nieces and nephews. It was so many people over here, and I was talking to all of them, and they was like, "Oh, we thought you would have been." No, y'all know I like to talk. I'm talking to them. I I asked my brother. I was like, "Have you ever thought like why you discipline your children? Like, have you ever thought about that? Like, did you just do it because you got disciplined as a child? Like, do people even think about that? Like, how did whoopings, what is a whooping? How did it start? Like, do you ever, people think about that? Like, I used to think, I had got a one whooping in my I'm 41 years old and I only got one whooping one time. And when I got that whooping, I knew it was because my mother was upset about a situation. And so I let her calm down and I went and I talked to her about that one whooping that I got because I wasn't supposed to get a whooping. It was just she was upset and oh y'all, the person egged it on and I got a whooping. I told y'all I only got one whooping in my entire life. One. And I'm 41 years old. One whooping. I'm telling you, that's why it's important for you to be able to use your words because you can communicate shit. Never got a whooping ever again after that. Trying to tell y'all, it'll work. I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Um, Original right. It really does work. Cause think about it, right? If you're out here every day, somebody, your parents yelling at you, your boss yelling, people in the fast food lines, people in the grocery stores, yeah, everybody is fucking yelling. Who's talking to you in a who's talking to you in a voice, a loving, caring voice? Like Who's talking to you like that? Oh, Famika, I done seen some people. I done seen some people get beat with stuff I didn't even know you could. Wouldn't even never thought that you could. Hey, I done seen some people get. I didn't subscribe to that. It was a no for me. Once I figured out, like, okay, all I had to do, it was a no. And then slowly but surely, my brothers and the people around me start paying attention. Oh, it's a no. You can talk to me. I can comprehend. You don't have to beat me and tell me at the same time because I'm gonna be crying and I'm gonna be screaming. So I'm not gonna hear anything you saying to me. I'm gonna have to, hear that back. It's a no for me. I don't. My nieces and nephews. My nephew is about to be. Oh, my nephew is about to be. I don't whoop kids. My nephew about to be 19. I want to say, I think it's 19. I don't whoop kids. I don't whoop nobody. I don't even fight. I don't do none of that. Let me ask y'all, right, Famika, do you have kids? Keita, do you have kids? I don't. I never got a whooping. Well, I got that one whooping, but I don't whoop kids because in my mind I just be like, I could talk to you. You can comprehend. If you don't think kids can comprehend, they can. Because you tell them they can't have something, they'll look right. They'll look you. Kids is the most. Kids is the most. They be like, gangsters is kids is the most. They have something on the inside of them. I'm gonna tell y'all who I know. Bobo has something on the inside of her. That baby don't fear nothing. She has literally no fear. And that'd be wilding me out because I was like, at those age, kids be jumping off of stuff. Their life be in danger all the time. All the time, kids' lives are in danger. They be at the top of the stairs thinking they can go down and all the time. But you think that stopped them? Nope. And then you think about us as adults, we be afraid of everything. We don't get in relationships. We don't apply for jobs. We don't do YouTube. We be afraid of every fucking thing. I told myself, I'm not afraid of shit. I'm not afraid of nothing. I used to be afraid of talking on the camera. Not no more. Y'all can tell I be talking all the fucking time. I used to be afraid of singing on the camera. Nah, no fucking more. I be singing all the fucking time, making beats on the camera. I used to be afraid of sharing my personal experience because I would thought that people will use them against me. And then I thought, you can't use something against me that I fucking told you. Cause people good for that, right? People will watch my YouTube, hear me say some shit, and then they'll be like, well, you said you like somebody was like, well, you said you was molested by the pastor. You need to go to therapy. Hello. Don't I talk to y'all about therapy all the time? Therapy was the best form of therapy. I done had art therapy, speech therapy, music therapy. I done had all kinds of therapies, but the best therapy that worked for me, and it might not work for you, but it worked for me, was EDMR. And I probably said that wrong again. Sorry, Trish. But it's where lights go. Therapy worked for me. I'm gonna tell y'all. Hey Ray, therapy definitely worked for me. Therapy also helped me to realize that a lot of the shit that I was carrying around for all of my life had nothing to fucking do with me, and I was just carrying it around because no one told me I could put it down. No one told me you don't have to carry that around with you. And that's why I was like, I'm gonna come to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, wherever you watching this at. I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna let you know you don't have to carry that shit around because it's not yours. You don't have to carry that. They want you to carry that because they want to play on that. Like people want to play on the fact of like you ever had somebody borrow you something or loan you something and they try to play on the fact that they gave it to you. They wait till you get around a whole bunch of people and be like, oh, I did this. It's those kind of people for me. It's though if you are one of those people, stay away, stay away from me. You know what, Helen? If you need music, look, I'm plugging this in here because I'm paying it forward. If you need music for your poems that you're going to do on camera again, let me know. I make all kinds of music. Even the fact that I'm constantly saying this to people is definitely pushing me so far past fear, because I never would tell anybody that I make music or I sing or any of those things. I would never do that. But I promised myself that for these next 29 days, 28 days, and the rest of my life, that I was going to do better by me. I was going to do better by me. I was going to invest in my talents, invest in my ability to talk. Um, you know what, Famika? I haven't been on air. I knew you was, I knew Trish, I knew you was gonna hear. I knew you was gonna do it. But that's the one that Trish that just hold on, let me now my mouse don't want to work when I try to put it on the screen. Um, but EMDR, that was the best therapy I went to ever. Ever. And Trish, that's the reality that a lot of us don't know. Like I when someone said to me like you shouldn't have been on Facebook talking about the fact that you got cheated on, ghosted, and divorced. And I said, how many times do we see people that has been cheated on, or we see it, but we never really take stock in that. Like we hear about people getting a divorce all the time. We hear about that shit. Like I heard about it. Like, oh, I never heard a divorce that was like kosher. I never heard of one. I never, being 100% honest. Like I only knew my auntie is the only other person. My auntie and my uncle. Well, it was only two people out of my family that had ever been married, and I seen all kinds of shit. So I never even. So when it happened to me, I was just here like, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all. Like this shit is not easy. It's not. It hasn't. It hasn't been easy, and no one said to me, no one said to me like I had to tell myself, like I had to tell myself there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days, there's going to be days I don't even want to get out the fucking bed, there's going to be days I don't want to. I knew this about myself because I knew myself. Like I gave myself permission. Whew. Mm. I gave myself permission not to be okay. Hmm. When I popped off, when I popped off back in February on my Facebook, I was like, I'm not okay. And I felt like I was giving people permission, like people that love me, that say they love me, that people that like had any kind of affection for me. I was giving you permission to call me, text me, pick up the phone, come by. And people was like, oh, we were in the midst of a global pandemic, but people was going out and doing all kind of other stuff. I didn't even care. I gave myself permission not to be okay. Hmm. I don't know if y'all like. I'm gonna tell you, therapy taught me so it's still teaching me so many fucking things. But um, when I have a moment, just be in that moment. Like I'm trying to like, cause I'm on live and I'm talking to y'all right now. I'm trying to like, push through it, but I'm just allowing myself to have this moment because I'm giving myself permission to not be okay. A lot of times we don't give ourselves permission to cry. Like I said this, like we have so much fucked up shit, or I keep saying fucked up shit. Maybe your life wasn't fucked up, but maybe you have so much shit happen to you in your life, and you just feel like I'm gonna turn my feelings off. Like you really can't turn your feelings off, but we be thinking like we we can do that shit. I'm gonna turn my feelings off. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna be emotional. I'm not gonna be vulnerable. Listen, I was every fucking thing, and that was the best decision that I haven't made outside of going to therapy. That was the best decision. Decision. I can't even talk. That was the best decision for me. Right. That's why I be encouraging people to go to therapy. I know, like, in people of color, that's not we're not encouraged to talk to. Again, we're not encouraged to talk to anybody because what happens here stays here. Or why would you put them people in your business? Or them people gonna put some shit in your head? Not like you haven't had shit in your head the entire time while you were fucking growing up. I'm not see, Trish, you take those tests and they tell you like what you would be good at. Like they were like, oh, you would be good as a therapist. I just I can't I realized about me a long time ago, like I can't know that somebody is hurting because now I hurt. Like I was going to school, like my ultimate, I wanted to be a pediatrician, right? That was what I wanted to go to school for. That's what I was going to school for. I was doing all of that, right? And then when I was 18, um while I'm here, I'm just catch y'all up if y'all haven't. When I was 18, I lost my ability to walk and talk. Um I had a nervous breakdown and a stroke at the same time. Huh, could you imagine that? And it was mainly because I was holding so much shit in. Again, I told y'all the pastor of the church was molesting me. I was flying all over everywhere. Like it was real life crazy. It was crazy. And so, um, when I went when I went into like the hospital or whatever, um, that was like the start of my therapy. And like I was kind of hesitant because you go to church, you hear that all of that. You hear you shouldn't do that. You should cast your cares to Jesus. Them people gonna put shit in your head. Like you hear all of that. So I was in there kind of reserved. I'm only here because they say I had to be here. But that lady said, she said one word to me and she said, it is okay not to be okay. That was more than one word, but she said it was okay not to be okay. And I don't know, I don't know what, I don't even know. It was like that just flicked the switch on for me, and I just started bawling, like bawling because we feel like we got like even right now at 41, right? It took this last year and all this shit happening to me for me to realize like I was holding on to so much shit. Like how like when I consider myself an independent woman, but I realized like I would be sick and I wouldn't even let people know I was sick. I would be going through shit, wouldn't even tell nobody. And it was just because in my mind, it was just like, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to do all this other shit. But when I caught COVID, that shit changed me. But I was telling y'all about the story about me being 18 because I understand how stressed. I was thinking, I'm 18, I'm out here, I got a good job, I'm making money, I got clothes and shit in my closet, I got purses. I don't even fucking to this day, I don't even fucking wear purses, but I didn't spend money on purses. I was balling out of control. And then that took everything fucking away from me. Every fucking thing. It took every fucking thing away from me. And that was like that was my realness. Like, okay, it was a wake up call for me. It was definitely a wake up call for me. And it was that. that was just like, how the fuck can I endure so much shit and still like even like looking like my friends or people around me be like, this shit is getting too much for me or whatever. I'm there to have a conversation. And I'm not there to tell you like it's gonna be okay, because we be telling people shit gonna be okay and it's not. And some of that shit needs to fall to the ground and we build it back over, or leave that shit alone and move on to another plot. Some of that shit gotta come down for us. Like the generational shit gotta come down for us to walk in our own paths. Cause some of us is trying to be, our parents wanted to be doctors, lawyers, preachers, ministers, whatever the fuck. And now they didn't do it. So now they want us to be it. We got too much fucking stress in our lives as it is, right? Stress is a silent killer. Like right now, it's about to be Christmas, and I know people gonna be going out their way to try to buy gifts and shit. Like I think the most important fucking thing you should be thinking about right now, and I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just telling you like this is really important, right? Is to spend time, like enjoy food, fun, and laughs. Enjoy being around these people, because y'all remember like last year we couldn't go to Christmas, we couldn't go to Thanksgiving, we couldn't go to none of that shit. So I don't know about y'all, but me, just being around people for me is like, that has been the greatest excitement. Being able to spend time with my nieces and nephews. I was looking at Bobo and I was just like, all of my other nieces and nephews, I've had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with them, because it was before the big C. And then the big C happened, and Bobo was born during the big C. So I really couldn't, I mean, I got to see her when she first came, but I didn't get to see her after that. And for me, it was just spending time with people, and then especially when you have that and you almost die and it changes you. I'm gonna tell y'all, it fucking changed me. It changed me. That's why I'm saying like boundaries are so fucking important. Boundaries when it comes to family, when it comes to friend, when it comes to your fucking work. Like if you work a job and they tell you only supposed to work 10, 12, whatever number of hours a week, and you don't work that number of hours, that's a boundary. You should definitely I'm sorry to hear about your mom, right? Y'all, I'm sorry. I be trying to read the comments and talk, and I be thinking about these fucking conversations, and it just be like, it's so much shit like we don't even talk about that we should talk about. And sometimes I think like we are so accustomed to like holding that shit in. And that's really why I'm saying, that's why I was really talking to y'all about that, because a lot of shit we don't have to hold on to. We can let that shit go because it's not ours to hold on. Anyways, a lot of the shit that I let go, I am so grateful. Like I am so grateful. I sat and thank you. Hold on, let me take this moment. Thank you to each and every one of you that voted for me for the best of Milwaukee. Um, Thank you to each and every one of you who have subscribed, who continue to come back and comment and converse with me in these conversations. Thank you to each and every one of you who hit me in my DMs, and I appreciate all of this, right? Um, I said this the other day, like my father passed away. Um and y'all sent me so much love and prayers and all of those things. And I literally tell y'all, like, I literally felt a warm hug. I'm still like I had my blanket on today, but I literally felt like I was protected. Like literally felt like I've been protected. And I appreciate that. Like that was the first time I ever felt that ever. And I had to make sure I come and tell y'all that because I literally felt all of the prayers, all of the love, all of everything. You know what, Ray? Um I don't think sometimes our parents understand like just how the relationships like sometimes parents feel like they did the best they could or whatever, but I don't think they understand like the value that we bring to the relationships, like mother daughter, father. Like they don't understand that value. Like I know she probably it meant a lot for you to be there. I know like you're like the only child, but I know she's probably like, you know what, I'm so grateful. Like I'd be grateful, like even though me and my mother don't have a mother-daughter relationship, I'd be grateful just to be able to spend time with her and learn about her, like learn like her upbringing, just learn how she discovered things. Like I'm 41, like I don't have any kids, but like just learn. Like that's been my main thing in my entire life. I just want to learn. Like I talk to other people because I want to learn. I would rather get to know who you are and where you come from, so I'll know like maybe you don't come from a family where people talk to you. Maybe you don't come, so I know that it would be hard. So I know like don't bombard you with questions or talk about a lot of stuff. Um But I just like to know. If I ask you a question, if we're talking and I ask you a question, I'm not trying to be nosy. I'm never trying to be nosy. I'm just trying to get to know. Like I definitely can tell there's a change between my mother. She's older, so she got some ways that she set in, and I'm still, working. I'm still working with her on those things, but I know she looks at me. Like the crazy thing I'm gonna tell y'all, like when I was growing up, I was like, my mother, she loves boys. Like she just knew she was gonna have all boys. She knew she was. And then ta-da, here I come. So I was like, you know what, one day those same young men that she goes to the ends of the earth for them. I'm telling you. I was like, one day you gonna see. And I know that she be looking at her sons like, y'all, ooh. And then who's there? Me. I don't want her to think like I hate her or anything like that because I actually love her. I love her and my father. I was literally telling somebody, I was like, I'm 41 years old and I really got to spend the last 6 years with my father. And it was the greatest 6 years ever. It didn't I wasn't trying to make up for 41. I wasn't trying to make up for shit. I was just enjoying the time that I had with him. And it was the best cuz I feel like I know him. I understand him. And it just taught me a lot more about myself. Even coming here and talking to y'all and I said this, like when I first came here, it was so many people in here that didn't have a photo for their profile picture, right? But I started to realize the more that I held these dinner and convos and I talked to people, people started putting their pictures. I know y'all probably like that ain't shit, but it really is. That's just it's people getting comfortable. It's people like feeling safe in this space. And that's just what I wanted, is for people to feel safe. A place where people can feel safe. I know it's a virtual space, but we need some fucking place to feel safe. We do. Whether you believe it or not, we do. I said I was only gonna be here for a fucking hour, and but y'all know, and I get to talking, and I just, I don't know. I just know that I love y'all. I really, really do. And I really appreciate each and every one of y'all coming. And it's going to always be a safe space. Always. Always. I'm not, if y'all pay attention, I answer and I respond to each and every post, everything. I apologize to you, every one of y'all that sent me something in the last 5 days. It's been rough, but I still responded. I still responded. um, I just want you to know, if you never hear anything else that I say, you can watch any one of the videos and you will know that it is important for you to use your words. You are loved. Shit might have been real fucked up in your life. It might have. Give yourself permission to cry and feel it and to understand. When I came into the reality, like, you know what, as long as I'm gonna be alive, I'm gonna experience disappointment. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be all of these fucking things. So if I take the time and allow myself to feel it, right? I'm not gonna be upset or want to fight or anything like that. I'm just gonna feel it. Like, shit be rolling off my back so tough. This last week it didn't, but shit be rolling off my back. And I don't allow shit in my space. I don't allow. That's why I'm saying, like, you don't have to tolerate anything. You don't have to tolerate people being disrespectful. You don't have to tolerate people not respecting your boundaries. You don't have to. I know it probably seemed like you're going to be alone, but sometimes we just need to be alone with ourselves. So we'll know, like, I don't have to keep taking this. Why am I keep taking this crap? Like, when I started to think about my marriage, and I started to think about all of the shit that I did. You know, you probably had one of those moments where it's like, I will never do. I An older woman told me one day, she was like, "Baby, never say what you won't do." And you know, I laugh like, okay. She said, "No, no, no. I'm so serious. Never say what you won't do, especially if you're not in that situation." Being fucking married definitely helped me understand what the fuck she meant. I used to say I wasn't gonna do a lot of shit, but I found myself doing some shit. It was like, oh, whoa, who the fuck is this woman? Because I know I would never. And then after all the shit ended, it was just like, I definitely put myself on a back burner. I definitely put myself on a fucking shelf, shell on the shelf. That's what you could have called me. I didn't respect myself. I didn't value myself. I didn't love myself. It was a lot of shit that happened, and I didn't realize that it was me. It was me. I could blame her, but that would be a waste of time, cuz waste of time. It was all about me. And now I'm in a much better space. Um Lost a lot of weight. Businesses is flourishing. I have y'all. Life is just better. You know, you be holding on to shit because you've been into it for so long. You just holding on to it. No, when I literally was like, I'm going on this journey of healing and self discovery, and I was like, I don't give a fuck what I have to go through, because at the end of 2021, I don't want to have the same feeling I felt last year around this time. And when I told y'all, do you know what it's like to breathe and not have a thought or a feeling? It is just like pure. It's just like, it's that. It's just that. I can't even put it into words. It is just that. It is just like warm hugs. I don't even know. I can't even, I don't, nah. It's that is all it is that. I'm so grateful for finding the courage to use my own voice. So let me tell y'all this, right? Every fucking thing that I'm telling y'all to do, I've already done it or I'm in the process of doing it, right? Um, I've been doing song sensation for the last four, I don't even know how many months I've been doing it, but I just said I was going to do it because an opportunity presented itself to me. And me knowing, like, I'm uncomfortable or I was uncomfortable with singing in front of people and making music and even talking about the things that I have done in my life. And I realized, like, the only way to overcome fear is to fucking overcome fear. It's the only way to do it. I wasn't like, let me see, let me think. I was like, no, if I am going to produce an album, if I am going to make YouTube intros and outros, the only fucking thing for me to do is to make YouTube intros, outros, music. If you are a YouTuber and you need music for your intro and outro, it's pretty much the same music. But if you just need music, if you want to rap over whatever you do, rap, sing, poetry, whatever, feel free. My information is down here at the bottom of the screen, right over here, whichever way you're looking at it. DM me, email me, send smoke signal. I don't even know how I will see them, but get in touch with me, right? I'm paying it forward for the next 28 days. I'm paying it forward. I'm making whatever you need. If you be like, I can't do YouTube because I don't got no intro music, I am your way to, that's one excuse you don't have anymore. I don't have an intro. I'm paying it forward and I'm putting it out there. I'm paying it forward. So if you say like, oh, I don't know how, I can't. If you want to start a business, if you, whatever you need assistance with, I can help you. I'm not saying I'm the know it all, end all, be all. I can point you in the right direction. I say I'm not a mental health professional, but Trish is a mental health professional and Ray is going to be one or is in the process of being one. So there's people in this room that can help you. Maybe you need a songwriter or maybe you need a poetry, a spoken word artist, or maybe you just need somebody that sells seasonings or whatever. Somebody in this room can help you with that. I am here to encourage you, to let you know that you are not alone. And if you tap into your resources that are around you, tap into them. I came here and was like, hey, I'm making music. I'm making it. And if you don't tap into the resources, you can't say that you didn't have the option to. Like, I can't be like, I don't have the option to speak. I have a mic and I have a webcam and I'm talking. I'm gonna tell y'all one of my goals for 2022 is to have a TED Talk. Is be selected and have a TED Talk. That is one of my goals. And I just accomplished a huge fear of mine by saying that to y'all. One of my goals for 2022 is to be a speaker on a TED Talk. If you don't know what a TED Talk is, I definitely think you should YouTube TED Talk. I really feel like I would be good at that. That's one of my goals. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to be like, hey, y'all, guess what? Y'all see, I'm putting all of these, I'm manifesting, I'm putting it out here. Hey, y'all, guess who's speaking at a TED Talk? Yep, that's what I'm doing. That's one of my objectives. So if if I want to do a TED talk, I have to be comfortable in front of the mic, right? Hi. Welcome to Shell's Closet. Welcome to Midwsthumnbrd TV. I'm saying Trish, 2022. We in there. TED Talks. Definitely. Definitely. TED Talks. We in there. Anybody else? I'm trying to tell you, I'm reaching for the moon. Fuck I'm reaching for the moon and the stars. That's what I'm reaching for right now. I'm so excited with everything. Hi Trina. I'm so excited with everything I got going on right now. Like I'm just excited. Let's just say that I'm excited. I know I am participating in Vlogmas. I haven't uploaded anything recently because I didn't have a intro, but let me play y'all. I'm gonna play y'all my intro and then I'm gonna wrap it up because I gotta finish my homework. Give me something to eat. I got a lot of stuff to do, but I probably won't get anything to eat because I'm not really hungry. You're just eating because you have to eat. Let me find. Let me find my intro. See, they don't want me to be. They don't want me to be great. People don't be wanting you to be great. Guess what you should do, anyways? Yep, be great. My mouse is definitely not letting me be great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about life right now. So excited. Let me see if it'll let me play it. This is my new intro, y'all. Sneak peek. I'm trying to get y'all a sneak peek, and it's not even working. This is my new intro. I'm so excited because I created it on here. Ray, hold on. I'm gonna let this play out, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm about to do. So one of my goals was to figure out how to create hip hop music, hip hop, rap, trap, whatever you wanna call it. That was one of my goals. And so I heard the little loop and I was like, oh, this will be fire. And then I don't know if I came here and made it or if I made it on TikTok. One of these social platforms I made it on. And the response I got was it's been pretty dope. And I'm gonna tell you, like I appreciate all of your love and support. I really do. But when my brothers was like, who made that? Oh, I knew I was in there. I knew when my brothers was like, oh, that'd be this fire. Where you get that from? I make that. I taught y'all everything y'all know, but so that's dope. And Ray, you will be getting I'm waiting for a reply, a response, and then I'm gonna be like, "Hey y'all know my song um Intentions is what it's going to be called. Y'all know Intentions is available on all streaming platforms. I'm going to let y'all know when that happens, but I'm just waiting for the hey, it's taken care of." Yes. You could do that. And you know what? You could do that. You can come here. I be seeing people with a lot of people that have locks some of them wear their hair wrapped up. I always wanted to wear my hair wrapped up. Like I really wanted to figure out how to wear don't 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 kill me if I say this wrong, but a hajib, a hijab. Like I really want to like learn more about it. I don't want to just wear it to be fashionable, but I really want to learn more about like I'm all into learning about other religions and why people do the things. I told you I'm inquisitive in that manner. I like to know. But that that word, that's exactly what the word is. But Helen, you if you need somebody, I don't know where you live, but I would definitely be hey, I'd be down to support everybody in whatever they trying to do because that's what we need. We need to support each other more. We need to like when I went through all of this, right? I am so fortunate to have people around me that wasn't trying to push me to go out with somebody else or wasn't pushing drugs and alcohols on me. They wasn't pushing anything but like take your time. They did push Popeye's chicken tenders on me though. Hey, they did do that. But anyways, no, they were just here like to make me laugh or watch movies with me or just eat ice cream and cookies. Like it was just that for me. Like it don't take a lot for me. It don't take a lot for me. That's why I was just thinking about the situation I was just in. I was like, oh, that took a lot. And it don't take a lot for me. It don't take a lot. I realized that too when I started setting boundaries and understanding myself. It don't take a lot for me. If you communicate and be honest, but if you're communicating, you will be honest. I will hope that you will be honest. I don't know. But that's all I got, y'all. Because I have to press send on my homework and I have to find me something to eat. And I don't usually eat after 7, but I was trying to wait for somebody else because I was gonna go get noodles and company. But they had something else come up. So now I have to eat this late and I probably won't. Maybe I'll make some grits. Do I have cheese? I can make cheese grits. I eat sugar on my grits too. I eat cheese and sugar. So if that's your argument, I eat cheese and sugar. Um, but that's all I got, y'all. When I say I love y'all, I hope that y'all can feel it. Like I hope it like comes through the camera and you feel like I really love y'all. I really do. I really, really do. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I love you. Remember that it is important for you to use your words. That is the only way that anyone will ever know what you are feeling and what you are thinking. I will never let a live video, vlog, short, or anytime you see my beautiful face and these gorgeous demos go out without me telling you to love yourself. That is the most important thing out of all of this. Loving yourself, knowing yourself, trusting yourself, trusting yourself. If you have that tinge of something, of anything telling you that you shouldn't go, you shouldn't say, you should say, listen to that. Trust yourself. You ever had that moment where you was like, I should have followed my first mind? Trust yourself. And for the love of humanity, just be yourself. That's it. In case you need a friendly reminder, we are currently surviving a global fucking pandemic and you should be living your best life right now. There is another variant. I'm going to tell you to take care of yourself. If you haven't already, make sure you get some toiletries, some non-perishable food items, set some cash, some coins to the side. Make sure that you and your family are okay because we never know. If no one has told you all of 2021, if no one has told you all of 2021, you definitely want to change your circle. You definitely want to change the people that you are surrounding yourself with. Because if nobody has told you in all 2021 that they love you and that they believe in you and you have everything you need to be successful right up in here, you need to change your circle because you are not benefiting from that. Change it. Um I truly, truly appreciate and love all of you, each and every one of you. I hope to see y'all this week for Song Conversation. If you are on YouTube, go right up there to the community tab and vote for your favorite song. Thank y'all for tuning in last night. The 90s is already off to a great start. If you have a song from the 90s that you want to hear me sing, drop it in the community tab or on any one of the videos. You know what, Helen? I'm gonna tell you. I'm supposed to be wrapping it up, but I'm gonna tell you what I realized. Right. Um, I have a lot of ailments. Actually, I just have fibromyalgia, and I have like I don't give a fuck. That's the ailment for me because really don't give a fuck. Anyways, but it was from I don't know if you could see. Let me see. I have alopecia on the side of my hair, right? Like I used to have really long hair, but I had alopecia on the side. Like I don't have hair doesn't grow. It grows, but it doesn't fully grow in there. It's bald. And so I used to feel some kind of way about it. People couldn't see it. Only person that knew it was there was me. And I felt some kind of way about it. And then I cut all my hair off. Well, kind of. And I don't even care who sees it. I really want to encourage you to do the hair wrap because you never know what that does for you on the inside. I know that you said is, you have, but you never know the kind of inner thing that does for you. So continue down that road. Okay. I hope to see you guys somewhere on my channel. I mean, I know I can't really see you, but I can see your comment. Again, thank you for all of the love and support and the loss of my father. Continue to be great. Continue to come here for light, love, and positivity. That's all I got. I hope that you will have a beautiful, beautiful night. I am doing a meditation tonight, so you can come here and we can meditate together as we drift off into sleep or whatever it is that you do after you do that. And I'll see you guys, girls, non-binary people, all tomorrow. Until next time, peace.